In this video, I'm going to be talking to you about the relationship between chords and tangent lines of circles. So first of all, I've draw this circle off to the right here. And I'm just going to make a circle out of stuff that we know how and we kind of know what is going on, okay? So I want you to just ignore this circle off to the right here for a little bit. I'm going to be working over here, okay? Using kind of the same letters, but don't confuse yourself. All right. So let's say I have a circle and I want to draw in some chords. And remember that a chord can also be a diameter, right? A chord just means that it's a segment whose endpoints touches the circumference of the circle. Okay, could be a diameter, but doesn't necessarily have to be. And then a tangent line to a circle must be perpendicular to one of your chords. So I'm going to draw in, whoops, that was kind of bad. I'm going to undo that. I'm going to draw in my tangent line, and it is forming that 90-degree angle with one of my with my radius or my diameter, which is what we need. Okay, and then I'm going to say, let's call this point H. Let's call this point F. Let's call this point E. And then let's call this over here point G. Okay, so once again, ignore the circle off to the left. Focus over here. Well, so I took this circle and I said I made this into 4 equal sections, which means these are all 90 degrees. Right? We also know that this is down here is 90 degrees because it's our tangent line. So let's say we want to find the measure of the arc, like it's asking in the question, from F to G. Right, from F to G. Well, since we split it up into 4 equal sections, we can take 360 divided by 4, and we should get 90 degrees. Right, so this arc angle is going to be 90 degrees. Well, it's also asking, well, what's GFH? Right, or I'm going to go switch to blue here. What is GFH? Well, when I draw in that angle there, what are we going to guess? Right? What do we think is happening to this 90 degrees here down at the bottom? Yeah, it's being bisected, or it's being cut in half. Right? So this angle GFH, this angle is equal to 45 degrees. Now I want you to take a look at this arc angle and the angle of the tangent and the chord where they intercept this arc. So this tangent and this chord where they intercept this arc. Yeah, it's just half. It's 45 degrees. So let's look back over at our picture, okay? And it's saying that the circle below has a center E. Suppose that the angle FEG, so this angle right here, is 128 degrees. Okay, and that FH is tangent to the circle at F. Okay, so we know that EFH is a 90-degree angle. Okay, now let me draw that over here. And then it wants us to find the arc length of FG. Well, in the previous problem, we knew that the arc length, the arc angle is going to be equal to the central angle of the intercepted arc. So we have 128 degrees for FG. I can write that up here too. And then it's saying find GFH. Well, we have a chord, and we have a tangent, and we know that this arc is 128. And remember, the tangent and the chord angle is equal to half of the intercepted arc. If the intercepted arc was 128, then we can take 128, divide that by 2. 128 divided by 2. Whoops. Sorry. 128 divided by 2. Type that into your calculators. You should get 64, I believe. Yes, 64 degrees for angle GFH. 60. Yep. So make sure the tangent, this tangent, and this chord is always going to be half of the arc that it intercepts. So this arc was 128, so we take that 128 divided by 2, and that angle there is going to be 64 degrees. Let's try another one. And sorry, this one might get a little small here. Okay, so the circle has center P. Suppose that QR is equal to 52. That's the arc. So Q to R is going to be 52. Okay. And that QS is the tangent. So that QS is tangent to the circle at Q. Find the following. QPR. Looks like QPR is the central angle. So if we know Q to R is 52 degrees, right, we know that arc angle. We know that QPR, since P is our central angle, is also 52 degrees. And then it's saying find RQS, or find this, whoops, and this is, like I said, it's going to get small here. We want to find this angle right in there. Well, we know we have our chord, we have our tangent, and we know that the arc that it intercepts has an arc angle of 52 degrees. So let's take that 52. 52. Divide that by 2. We should get 26 degrees for angle QRQS. So once again, a formula. And you might want to write this down. So the tangent chord angle, or the angle of the tangent and the chord, tangent chord angle, is equal to half of the arc, half of the intercepted arc. The tangent and the chord angle is equal to half of the intercepted arc, or the arc that it kind of crosses there.